Hello once again YouTube, me, Drago here, and this video is about role-playing. Whether it be tabletop or live-action role-playing, or maybe just making a character to go through Earnest Fair, which I frequently do. For the past several months, years even, I have been trying to make a character for role-playing purposes. I have had little success in coming up with a name, but I am working on developing a character. This is a magical fantasy type character. Here's what the backstory I've come up so far. My character was a prince in a faraway magical land 700 centuries ago, or roughly 7,000 years ago. He is a powerful warrior, trained in many arts of war and magic, very powerful, always willing to fight what he believes in, always wanting to defend those who need defending. He was a rather happy fellow, until the day that his coronation came. His father had decided to step down from the throne and name the young prince the king. All was going according to plan, but all of a sudden, the gates of the castle burst open, and there was a cloaked figure, a being roughly 5.5 feet tall, wearing a red cloak with a dark dragon insignia drawn upon the cloak. This was an ancient enemy of the king, who had almost defeated the first king and had almost plunged the land into eternal darkness. But he was almost defeated by the prince's predecessor. Yes, I'm using almost a lot, but just bear with me. This evil being had plotted his revenge for decades, centuries, millennia, and he had finally gathered enough power to destroy the king. He pulled back his hood, revealing his almost skeletal image, and he said to the king, "This is the day your life ends and your kingdom becomes mine." The king said in response, "This is not the day. This may be the day that I die, but it shall also be the day that you pass into the void." And thus the king leapt at the foe, drawing his sword. He lunged at his foe. The enemy was quite a clever man. He cast a most forbidden spell for it that had the result of, when the king thrust his blade into the dark mage's heart, the same damage dealt to the powerful warlock was also dealt to the king, and thus he killed the king as he himself lay dying. The young prince rushed over to his father. He said, "Father, I will avenge you." The dying king looked upon his son and said, "You shall not avenge me this day, my boy, but soon, very soon, you will learn of a way to avenge me. Go now, my sword and my blessing." may you find peace. Thus the mighty king breathed his last and passed into eternity. But the foe he had fought dead was not dead. The dark mage slowly stood up, gripping the king's sword. He threw it in his chest. He said to the prince, "My strength is spent. Your life shall be spent this day. Mark my words. If ever I should see you again, you shall die. Do not seek to pursue me, for it will be your doom." And with that, he broke the king's sword into a million pieces and vanished in the thin air. The young prince swore vengeance on that moment. No matter what it took, no matter how long he had to wait, he would find the dark thief and spill his blood upon the ground, severing his soul from his body. And thus he went to the high temple, for the priests of the immortal spirits did their daily prayers, and he bowed and come to the high priest and said, "I seek the immortal elixir." And the high priest said, "Come, my son." And so they went into the deepest, darkest chambers of the high temple, and there on the pedestal stood the immortal elixir. One single drop of this elixir could make any being immortal forever, never to age, never to weaken, never to fear evil. But it came at a cost. The elixir would only work so long as the person being immortal had one single goal to obtain. The very moment that goal was obtained, the being would become mortal again. And thus the young prince dripped a single drop upon his tongue and said, "I will never rest nor age until I slay he who slayed my father." And thus he became. He was still as vulnerable as any man, though. He took injury, pain, all sorts of mortal things, but he never aged. And thus he gave up his princedom and vowed forevermore to roam the land, seeking aid against his foe. And he pursued that foe until this very day. Yes, that's my current character story. Well, a brief rundown of the story. I'm going to be filling in more detail as time goes on, but that's the gist of it. My garb / costume will be changing with time. Right now, the garb I will be wearing to the Renaissance Fair doesn't exactly fit in with my character, but I can simply say that in his visits to the human world, he found a Teutonic Knight tabard and decided to wear it. In future years, if I gather some money, I will be upgrading my equipment quite a bit. Or if I find someone with metalworking skills and I can persuade them to make me things, I will definitely do that. So my character backstory is progressing in the works, but the name, I'm not 100% satisfied with my name yet. Drago the Boar is temporary. I want to find a name, and as soon as I say it, it will feel right. Just almost, it's kind of sort of like looking someone in the eyes and you can tell they're the one for you. I want to have the character name that feels right with my character. A name that speaks strength, but not pride. Courage, but not rage. Anger, not hate. Just that one single name that says, I am a warrior. I will not stop until I reach my goal. If you watch this and you think you have come up with something, please let me know. I am open to suggestions. So that's all the news I have for now. I believe, as you already know, in a couple days I'll be going to the Sterling Renaissance Fair. I hope to see you there. I've made multiple invites among my friends to come. And if you're watching this and you're one of my friends, please show up. August 1st and 2nd, the Sterling Renaissance Festival. And if you have any suggestions on a character name, please let me know. Because Drago the Boar, it's nice, but it doesn't really speak warrior. Like a enunciation could possibly be tried to take. And that doesn't really speak warrior. So, yeah. I think that's all I have for now. And if not, I'll just add something in the video. So that's my take on role playing of the character, of making a character. In order to role play said character that I make, or you yourself are making a role playing character, you really have to go in depth when you're dealing with making a character for any sort of situation. You gotta really know your character, because you will have to answer questions about your character. And my character and I have similarities because, well, I just want to keep him similar to me to kind of avoid complications. And it's going to be really hard to do this, but I will do it. And if you yourself are making a character for role playing or for the Ren Fair or whatever, I suggest like going to the depths of YouTube to find it. I'm a complete novice. This is the first time I'm ever really going in depth with the role playing thing. So yeah. This is Drago saying, see you later, auf Wiedersehen, and please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't, no cookies for you.